Bike trips have opened my mind like nothing else before. A year ago, I took that same bike, northbound, to Berlin. And now, I'm going the opposite direction, to Valencia. It's so satisfying to hit the road again with all the experience I've acquired. For example, as much as the first one was fun, I now understand that shorter distances allow me to take more time to notice the small things. Eventually, I will challenge myself again, but for now, I want to take it easy.
There's one supermarket to rule them all, and it's definitely Lidl.
About 100 kilometers south of Barcelona, there's a beach very dear to me, Cala Fonda, or Waikiki. It's certainly not meant to be accessed by bike, but I really wanted my first camping night to be there. I used to come here with dozens of friends to get drunk on the weekend, and now I'm alone and sober. Even if it can be hard, I try to not regret the past. I'm just happy I've changed.
Less than a year ago, I barely cared about photography, and now I just spent half an hour trying to get the perfect picture of the sunset, the waves, and the cliffs. Dinner time.
Your body always needs time to adapt to the first night in the tent. Discomfort is only a small price to pay. That's why I always try to pick a nice camping spot. And with the first morning like this, I'm only more excited for the journey ahead. One of the cool things about being alone is that nature tends to reveal itself a lot more. My decision to go through the forest came at a price. That morning, I spent more time pushing my bike than riding it. So, when I reached the coastline again, I felt liberated. I went through this commercial camping and I couldn't help myself laughing. Those people paid a price to enjoy a lesser view than mine last night. Eventually, I was in the city of Tarragona.
I hate following the map because it always takes you away from the best routes. I just made it to Tarragona and it wanted me to avoid the route along the coast. Look at this. Imagine missing out on this to bike through the city. Oh my god. I love discovering cities I've never heard about. I don't even know the name here. It looks lovely. I've always wanted to skate the spot I see on my bike trips, so today's the day. Check this out.
It's common to understand the value of something only after you've lost it. In my case, that would be riding along the Spanish coast. Far in the distance was a valley of hills and forest. All of a sudden, the coast was far behind me, and then I realized there's no going around this one. I have to face it head on. Luckily, before I was too deep in the valley, I had the chance to take a break, have a drink, read my book, relax my body for a minute before facing those steep hills. And this is where the true beauty of bikepacking reveals itself. You discover places you would never go to with a train or a car.
I'm exhausted. You gotta imagine that about just a few hours ago, I was riding the coastline that you can see over there. And now, I'm deep in this valley, and it seems like it's never ending.
Despite being the fourth largest country in Europe, only 12% of Spain is actually inhabited. And now, I get to observe this reality with my own eyes. For a whole afternoon, I did not see a house, a car, or a person as I made my way through those hills. At last, the battle was over, the road got flatter, and I made my way back to the coast. I then made it to Deltebre, and when arriving there, I immediately knew this would become my favorite place of the whole journey. But twilight falls, so that story will have to wait for tomorrow. The sun rises, and I'm used to sleeping in a tent now. I'm excited for the journey ahead of me.
Nothing beats porridge on a sunny morning.
So, what is Deltebre? It's a small community in the south of Catalonia, and what was originally wetlands quickly became man-made rice fields. Rice fields are a great nesting spot for birds and other animals. So in 1983, the whole area was declared a national park. And this is what I meant when I said shorter distances allow you to take the time to observe the small things.
I went around the rice field because I was trying to get a closer shot, and that's when I discovered what they're eating.
because obviously birds don't eat rice, or at least I believe they don't. But now that I found what they're eating, it makes a lot more sense. These rice fields are full of prawns. These birds are eating really good. So imagine, this is an entirely man-made structure. And nature thrives in it. I think that's just fantastic. It wasn't easy to leave such a beautiful place. With Deltebre behind me, only half of the distance to Valencia was left. No matter what, the road always leads me to the coastline. And through this trip, I learned that not all coastlines are equal. Because so much of Spain's economy is built on tourism. Some cities make curious choices about how they present their beachfront. The day had one more surprise for me. This is the city of Peñascola. That fortress in the distance, it was built by the Templar Knights in the 13th century. On the way there, I saw that everyone was dancing with their partner, so I couldn't help myself but join and do my own little dance. With so much time ahead of me, I would of course pay a visit to the fortress. And as I'm editing this video, I just learned that it was also a filming location for Game of Thrones. I'm just waiting for my electronics to charge, and the restaurant just offered me 3 patatas bravas. As a kid, I would spend a lot of time in Brittany. My parents would take me to Saint-Malo and Mount Saint Michael. So visiting a place like this made me feel a great deal of melancholy, and I loved it. As I make my way out, I can't help but notice the fishes in the river, so obviously it has to be part of the video. If Deltebre was the most exciting location, it was not the prettiest. This title would be earned by this gravel road that went along the cliff. You know you're deep in the countryside when you see the cows. And then I punctured a tire, which is pretty much mandatory on any bikepacking trip. Spain, why would you decorate your city with this? This is freaking ugly. There's something strange about those coastal cities in Spain. Because they're designed entirely around tourism, it means that when not in summer, these are basically ghost towns. And if I'm being perfectly honest, the less time I spend in them, the happier I am. I think I've secured the camping spot for tonight. This is where the bike is staying. This is the view. And most of all, there's a tower. And I love going up a tower. So, to get in, there's a small entrance right there. Made it. If you go in, oh my god. You can climb up. Made it. Oh, what a view. What a joy for my recklessness to be rewarded. This was a really great day. 100 kilometers, saw so many animals, so many beautiful places, and what a way to end it. Fuck yeah, I can dance, I don't care. It's a bittersweet feeling to know that this is the last night of the trip. I knew from the start that this would only last 4 days. And now I almost wish that I would have set my goals for a destination further away. I don't know if this counts as a canyon, but I guess that the municipality saw the roughness of the terrain around here and decided to do something about it. There's now less than 100 kilometers towards Valencia. The ride starts losing a bit of its fun. It becomes a bit more of a task that I have to finish. No more valleys of forest, mostly beach towns. I'm entering the last half of the trip, 50 kilometers to go. It was a short one, but oh, so memorable. So many animals, so many beautiful landscape. I discovered more about Spanish coast and how it functions. And it's honestly kind of scary, all those ghost towns that serve no purpose but tourism. Eventually, the countryside is no more. I slowly make my way towards the suburbs of Valencia. And I'm excited. There, my dear friend Alex is waiting for me.
I haven't spent proper time with him in years.
I'm so tired, and Alex invited me to a concert, so I gotta do it to finish the day.